I'm Richard Clarke. I record these talks every day as a way to deepen my inquiry. Listen each day and deepen your own practice. Welcome. I'm reviewing and commenting on the book Talks with Sri Ramana Maharshi. Today is from Talk 421. A resident devotee, Kunja Swami, related an observation of Sri Ramana Maharshi after the robbery of the ashram in 1923. Some disciples were asking why the robbers should be allowed to molest even sadhus, and why the sadhus would not protect themselves and their dependents from the robbers. Sri Bhagavan observed there were rishis like Visvamitri who could duplicate the universe if they wished. They lived during the lifetime of Ravana, who caused agony even to Sita and Rama, among others. Could not Visvamitra have destroyed Ravana by his occult powers? Though capable, he kept still. Why? The occurrences are known to the sages, but pass away without leaving an impression on their minds. Even a deluge will appear as a trifle to them. They do not care for anything. This talk from 4 June 1937 refers to an incident that happened many years before. This incident at the ashram took place on the night of June 26, 1924. Around 11:30 p.m., a group of thieves broke into the ashram, causing a commotion. Maston, one of the residents, heard the noise and shouted, "Who is it?" The thieves responded by breaking the glass panes of a window. They continued their destructive behavior, but Ramana Maharshi remained calm and silent throughout. Kunju, another resident, opened the northern door of the hall and brought Ramakrishna from a nearby hut for help. During this time, the ashram's dog, Karupan and Jack, ran out but were beaten by the thieves. Karupan, being weak, returned quickly, while Jack ran away. Kunju and the Maharshi then told the thieves that they were welcome to take whatever they wanted. However, the thieves ignored them and kept trying to break in. Kunju, becoming frustrated, threatened the thieves, but was stopped by the Maharshi, who urged forbearance and non-interference, saying it was the thieves' role to steal and theirs to endure. The thieves then threatened to burn down the thatched roof. The Maharshi calmly suggested leaving the hall to avoid further conflict and ensured that Karupan was taken to safety first. As they exited, the thieves beat them with sticks. Maharshi received a blow on his left thigh and, showing his equanimity, offered his other leg if they were not satisfied. Once outside, Maharshi and the others sat in a shed while the thieves ransacked the hall, finding items worth about 10 rupees. Disappointed, a thief demanded money, but Maharshi explained that they were poor sadhus who lived on alms and had no cash. After the thieves left, Maharshi advised the injured to use balm for their pain. When asked about his injury, Maharshi humorously referred to it as adequate puja, implying the blows were like worship. Ramakrishna, noticing the injury on Maharshi's thigh, wanted to retaliate. However, Maharshi dissuaded him from violence, stressing their role as sadhus to uphold their dharma and not harm others, even misguided thieves. He compared the situation to accidentally biting one's own tongue, suggesting that retaliating against the thieves would be like knocking out one's own teeth for a mistake. Maharshi rarely mentioned the incident afterwards. A few days later, the police recovered from stolen property, and the thieves were arrested, tried, and convicted. In this 1937 dialogue, the questioner expresses concern about why sadhus who live a life of renunciation and spiritual pursuit should suffer such disturbances, and why they do not protect themselves or their dependents from harm. Ramana Maharshi responds by referencing the ancient rishi, sage, Visvamitra. Visvamitra was known for his extraordinary spiritual powers to the extent that he could create an entire universe if he wished. Despite his immense capabilities, he chose not to use his power to destroy Ravana, the demon king who caused great suffering to Sita, Rama, and others. The Maharshi's point is to illustrate that sages, even with their profound abilities, do not necessarily interfere with the natural course of events. Maharshi emphasizes that such occurrences, while known to the sages, do not leave any lasting impression on their minds. This detachment comes from their deep understanding of the transient nature of worldly events. For a sage, even a catastrophic event like a deluge appears insignificant. They remain unaffected because they perceive the world and its happening as mere phenomena, not impacting their true self, which is beyond physical and mental disturbances. This dialogue underlies several key themes in Ramana Maharshi's teachings. The first is the principle of non-attachment and equanimity. A true sage, or one who has realized the self, views all events, good or bad, with the same equanimity. This state of mind is achieved through self-inquiry, where one investigates the nature of the self beyond the body and mind. Maharshi also touches on the nature of the mind and the ego. The questioner's concern about suffering stems from the ego's identification with the body and external circumstances. However, the realized sage has transcended the ego and does not identify with the transient physical form. Hence, they remain unaffected by external events, understanding that the true self is beyond all worldly phenomena. The concept of dharma, duty, is also implicit here. Sages like Vishwamitra and Maharshi recognize the importance of allowing the natural order to unfold without interference. They adhere to their dharma of spiritual practice and teaching without succumbing to the ego's desire to control or change external circumstances. Through this dialogue, Maharshi illustrates that true happiness and freedom from suffering are found in the realization of the self, which is unchanging and eternal. By not reacting to external events and maintaining inner equanimity, one can live a life of peace and contentment, irrespective of external conditions. This teaching encourages you to look beyond the immediate disturbances and seek the deeper, unchanging truth within. This episode highlights Maharshi's profound commitment to nonviolence, forbearance, and compassion, even in the face of aggression. His teachings and actions during the robbery illustrate his deep understanding of Dharma and his unwavering adherence to spiritual principles. So, know yourself and be always free and at peace. In 40 Verses on Reality, Ramana Maharshi explains the nature of the self, the ultimate reality, and self-inquiry. My new book, with my comments and inquiry questions, opens these teachings up and brings them into your practice and experience. Available now from Amazon. Link in the video description. These videos bring Ramana's teachings into your direct experience. Click subscribe to see more. Click thumbs up to like, and send questions and start a dialogue with a comment